One of FPL's waviest conversations. Let's go! Welcome to Beyond the Sidelines.
And mad got mad.
Because you lot probably want to care about what this game is.
There's no Tottenham fans in the group, but the Arsenal fans smoke up Tottenham all the time.
Listen, I would have never have chosen that drink to be.
This is what I'm saying.
You are a madman.
You might see the soap being dropped, all sorts. Don't worry about it.
What?
Hey, wait. But you gotta give an answer, bro. Like,
yeah. So I'm attacking. Yeah. I'm not gonna sit on the fence. I'm gonna attack him.
But speculate to accumulate. So we speculate.
Follow us and subscribe and share on all of our platforms.
All right. Welcome to Beyond the Sidelines. You're locked into the Gameweek 26 review. This is the post-match press conference. Hey, normally I say a little punchline about the week here, but I'm just going to ask you, man, for a just headline, but not even more than 5 seconds. I'm cutting you off, yeah? Just a headline of what you observed from the week, yeah? So I'm putting you on the spot. We start with you, Pilot. What's your headline for the week, Pilot? Anything. Could be you, could be Craig, not in VIP, whatever you want it to be, bro.
Arteta's army no longer has any Arsenal.
I hear it. I hear it.
See the alliteration and that.
Yeah, I hear it. By the way, make it FPL, please, but still.
That was
us.
It is us.
Yeah. West Ham get battered everywhere they go, but not when they go against Arsenal.
Bro, that was his first football chant, you know, and that's what Craig, go on.
All I'm gonna say is I put my faith in the Gunners and they just drew blanks. Hella blanks. What guns? What Gunners? None.
Shooting
blanks. No more. Craig, have you got your wallet, yeah?
Nah, Arteta confiscated it. Sorry, he took it away from him.
No
in his little lunch, dinner, whatever. He took it away, like because he likes to do that. So yeah.
Say no more. Say no
you,
more. Boys, can I say you done fantastically well for being put on the spot there? There's some good headlines there. But let's get into this, man. So yeah, I'm the people's playmaker, assisting everyone with their goals, and we are representing the BTS nation where everybody is a prime minister. In the league, I'm Corey Hendricks 10. Tell a friend, Pilot, speculate to them.
Come on, I'm accumulating as well. Yeah, we're gonna look into the game week, but you know who it is. It's Just Jerv, Pilot by day, Pilot by night. Els, tell them.
It is Els in the flesh, El Ballers in the league, Dan the man with a plan, Green Arrow gang, and something else, but you'll find out a little later. Craig, what are you saying to them?
What's going on? It's KSR. I'll catch you if you can. Right now, I'm trying to catch up to Arteta because he's causing me pain and problems. Apart from that, I'm all good, ready to go. As usual, people, you know where to find us. On YouTube, it is Beyond the Sidelines. On TikTok, it is Beyond the Sidelines Pod. Same again on Instagram. And then on X, it is BTS Pod.
All right. So Craig put something in the group chat today about AFCON. Now, there's two elements here. So let's just confirm what direction. Are we going with the Jamie Carragher comment, or are we going with the AFCON being a major tournament as a concept? Which one are we going with? Because I don't think we can talk about both.
I think
Jamie Carragher's comment will cover AFCON.
Yeah, it will. Yeah,
I think it's two. Because for me, AFCON being a major tournament has nothing to do with what Jamie Carragher's opinion is. What's the qualification for that? And
I have no idea what you lot are talking about.
Don't worry, Els. Don't worry, Els. We'll decide this. Let's
go Jamie Carragher. Let's go run Jamie Carragher.
Let's go Jamie Carragher. All right, Craig, just do a little intro on what you saw about the Jamie Carragher.
Yeah, of course. So basically, Jamie Carragher was obviously doing Super Sunday yesterday, speaking to Micah Richards, Daniel Sturridge, I believe Roy Keane, and I can't remember who's the presenter on.
I think Sunday. It was that just Sturridge and Richards.
Yeah. Anyway, he was talking about obviously they were talking about Mo Salah and whether he would be considered obviously for Ballon d'Or in regards to what he's been doing and what he's done. And Jamie Carragher basically said, he hasn't really done well in any major tournaments or major competitions. These competitions you need to do well in, such as Champions League, such as whatever other league, whatever else he said, the World Cup, Euro, all these things. But he didn't. I mean, he's
He
won.
said because he doesn't play in the Europe or the World Cup, and
exactly
he doesn't play it. It's not a major
doesn't
tournament that he plays in.
what he's
And
done just
then
doesn't
and
count.
then Daniel Sturridge and Michael Richards said, "Well, no, Afcon's a big
Yeah.
deal." Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. They weren't.
All
You
right.
could see mid conversation. I just watched their faces, and I could see Michael Richards like he wanted to say something. I could see it, and it's like
All
he
right,
was
so
nudging Storage as well.
let's put it into context here, because the context is Ballon d'Or, Salah getting Ballon d'Or here, yeah. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to know what you lot are saying about this now. Go on, Els. I think Els, you should lead it because you obviously ain't seen the clips and that.
I've missed it.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
So just going by what you lot are saying, I don't really see what international football has to do as much with Ballon d'Or, because didn't
It does.
Messi get Ballon d'Or a number of times, but that was before Argentina had won anything.
nah.
But it's
But
still
if you
like-
think
It counts. It still counts.
Messi's last Ballon d'Or win, the win in the World Cup played a role in that, didn't it? And Rodri, he won the
time.
Euros with Spain, so I do think
Yeah.
it does play.
Yeah,
a
but
role.
that's what I'm saying. That's the last one. But Messi was getting Ballon d'Or after Ballon d'Or after Ballon d'Or. What was Argentina doing during that time?
No, but then
True, that's
he was
true.
he was head and shoulders above the rest. Like he was
just how he
head
was
and
playing.
shoulders.
Just in
No,
general.
but that's what I'm
dude.
saying. So
No,
does it
but hold
does
on,
the Ballon
nah,
d'Or
Els.
include international or does it not?
No,
Yeah, but
Els
yeah.
has a point, because you man have to think. It was Messi versus Ronaldo all them years, yeah,
And
and
none of them
Argentina
got
weren't really doing much, but Messi was still winning.
Yeah.
So,
Listen,
Els is
I've
raising
already-
a good point.
He is.
That's my
But
point. So if it's got nothing to do with international, then how on earth could we be debating whether Salah should be up for the running for it?
I think it's subjective to the people that are making the decisions. To be honest, I think they pick and choose when it matters and when it doesn't.
But
Especially for
obviously,
the likes
remember,
of
not
Ronaldo.
every year is international. Not every year is an international year as
I
well.
think it changes. It varies on the person and the year. That's what I
Mm.
think. Especially if there is
But
a major, because it's not every year that there is a World Cup. It's not every
Yeah,
year.
it's
that
every 2 years. You got Euros, then 2
So-
years, then thingies.
So-
My thing is right now, there's no one else in the world that's thrown up Salah's numbers. So I don't care if he doesn't play another international match or they get knocked out the Champions League. There's no one else putting up
That's
Salah's
a good
numbers.
point too. That's a good
100%.
point.
So
Yeah, that's
you
a good
can't
point.
say, oh, but my team won. We went to the final and I scored a hat trick in the final. But then over the rest of the season, you only got 10 and 10 for goals
Yeah.
and assists.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not. Salah done that in December, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
my opinion on it is that he deserves it on this season, but regardless of whether it was down to AFCON or not, what I'd say is AFCON is a major competition. It is for those. Africa is it's a big place. There are a lot of teams, a lot of really, really, really good players playing in that tournament.
I think
What's that got to do with Ballon d'Or though? What's the
Yeah,
relevance of AFCON or the Asian Cup equivalent or the North American equivalent? What's the relevance of that with Ballon d'Or of how big it is?
it's Western entitlement. It's Western entitlement. Just because the Westerners don't understand it, they don't put the respect on it. Same way, that's all it is. It's Western
But
entitlement.
can you really say that? So would you consider South America as part of the West?
But do they rep what? Do they rep Copa America?
Yeah, they do.
Do they-
They do.
Yeah.
They
No Western commentator has anything bad to say about Copa America because it's got Brazil and Argentina in there.
No, but the one also. When does Copa America happen?
Once every 4 years as well.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's same time as Euros as well, doesn't it?
There you go.
It is,
The
yeah,
reason
yeah,
why people talk bad about AFCON is because it's mid-season a lot and it disrupts the whole season.
I think I don't think that's the only reason.
No,
No, but
there's-
what does talking bad about AFCON mean?
No, I don't think they talk bad about it. They just don't respect it how our people respect it, like how people from Africa
do you think
respect it.
do you think it's purely because it breaks up the season and it takes?
No, I think there's so many. Listen, we could go all day about it, but I think there's so many variables to that where you're thinking You could look at how many teams there are, the type of players that come from there, even down to organizing, and then the type of media coverage they have, like the how professional the nations or their FAs are as a country. Like we've heard all the stories, so I think we can't
Jamie,
cover that. We can't cover that. And you got to think, 10 years ago when we first started watching football, Afcon was still going on, but we didn't. There was no media coverage. There was none. We didn't know about it. It's only what in the last 10, 20 years that it's become a big thing for us, and we probably heard about it first because our players from our local teams are not playing no more.
Yeah,
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 Not
yeah,
because
yeah.
not because we're following Afcon. It's because they're not available.
yeah.
yeah,
Is
Jamie Carragher.
Is Afcon in the calendar? Its position
Mm,
in the calendar, is that down to environment? Is that down to just the
yeah,
summers being too hot? Because that's an
yeah,
impossible problem. Like if you
yeah.
think about it, yeah, the unless they stop the Premier League for Afcon, it's always going to be competing
Mm.
with the day to day or the weekly competitions that's going on.
Well, that's why
Yeah.
they were up in arms with the World Cup being played where it was the
In
last
Qatar.
World Cup in Qatar.
Yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
they weren't happy about it, and it almost didn't go ahead, but obviously it did.
And
And I just think that
also,
they don't want it. They didn't.
last
They never.
last last I want to say last point before we touch business. Also, money talks in it. So when you're a Premier League winning the title, Liverpool's, Arsenal's, and then you got two players going to Afcon, you're like, bro, there's money on the line. Like, and I'm sure there's conversations that are saying like, yo, if you don't get to the finals, or we might fly you out later on as late as possible and bring you back. Do you know what I mean? Like this, there's no respect fully because the priority is for a club is their finances, isn't it? And so yeah, I think yeah.
All right. Let's have an honest conversation here there. Let's have an honest Q&A, yeah? All right. So take Salah and I'm going to think of a random player in the league, maybe Haaland or yeah, let's take Salah and Haaland. Let's
Mm,
say they both get the same numbers in the Premier League, same
hmm
numbers in all the top competitions, Champions League, yeah?
hmm
And then they get the same numbers internationally and they're both up for Ballon d'Or. Are you guys saying that Salah, with his international contribution for Egypt, are you saying that's equivalent to Haaland doing the same in Europe?
In Europe, what do you mean for
It-
Norway in a European competition?
yeah, yeah. Because
Uh,
Afcon is the equivalent to obviously the Euros, isn't it?
the Euros, yeah, yeah.
What,
I've
but
Uh,
when you
yeah.
say it's the equivalent, in what sense? It's not because it's not globally recognized as the equivalent.
No,
As in
but
people would put euros
format
above. Yeah,
for
the
format
format
it's
wise.
equivalent in
Okay.
that it's a continental international
Yeah.
yeah,
tournament.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be respected a lot more, to be honest.
No, but
Like,
what are you saying though? If Haaland does the same contribution
mm,
as Salah, they're
mm.
both up for Ballon d'Or. Yeah, who gets to win? Does the fact that Haaland done it in Europe against harder teams
I
and
think
Salah done it?
I think Haaland will get if Haaland does it in Europe and they get to like outside the group stages because Norway probably don't ever get, if they get further than expected, then Egypt even if Egypt won it because Egypt's
Yeah.
kind of a favorite team in Europe in Africa anyway. I think
Mm.
Haaland would still win. But you man, we need to talk business. Game week 26 review is going to be interesting because there's been. I'm waiting for the league table to be shown anyway, but we're going to go around our teams as we do. What's disappointed you? What was your highlight? And what surprised you? Do you know what I mean? So we're going to go with Craig first, actually, because we've been.
Yeah, we've been going to L's every single time. Yeah, disappointed. Look, it doesn't look too bad with 76 points, and it's not obviously it's above average, but I'm so disappointed. And you can probably see straight away why. As I said in the beginning of the show, Mikel Arteta has failed me. I believed in Arsenal this week. I don't know why. I just did. They should have had more than enough against West Ham. They didn't. They had no bullets in the chamber, and it caused obviously it totally ruined what I wanted. I wanted to try and get obviously maximum points from Arteta. That would have been at least 6 and maybe a goal. So let's say 7, and then Timber would have got hopefully a clean sheet against West Ham as well. I was expecting so that's 12 or 13 points, and that changes everything. Everybody else pretty much, apart from maybe Clivert and Kirkes, against obviously Wolves. Was a bit also disappointed with that as they got a red card, which showed in that game. Otherwise, everybody else pretty much did what I expected them to do. Didn't really expect much from Rodgers or Watkins in that game against Chelsea, but I hoped they would get something. Yeah, Salah as normal, Mr. FPL. Isak would have been a good shout for a captain choice as well. Wissa did really well, but yeah, that Arteta one really stung me. Really, really, really stung me, big time.
I can't lie, Craig. You're going for a little patch, innit?
I'll tell you what. If this is a patch, then boy, I'll take this type of patch over any other patch. If this is my patch, put like my little dip, I'll take it. I'll take it for now.
I'm just saying, for like we spoke to the fans earlier, and full transparency, they're not believing in the confidence. The confidence level is dropping because 2 weeks in a row, you promised them top four performances.
I don't think any person would have argued with the decision that I made to put Arteta as my captain. I mean, as my manager against West Ham at home in the league. When they need to win.
Maybe Els's fans will argue differently, but
well, not against Arteta at home. I don't think so. But go on.
Cool. Anyone want to say anything about the team?
Now, I think we learned a good lesson about football. Like Craig's right, yeah. I think a lot of people wouldn't have argued if he said he's going to select Arteta. But what we've learned in hindsight is, listen, in the Premier League, if you got a big deficiency in your team, you're going to get found out against. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So we've learned a lesson from that.
Yes. Yeah.
Els doing.
I'm actually surprised West Ham was actually able to get goals. I thought that Arsenal would have been a little bit more solid in the back, if I'm honest with you.
Bro, seriously.
I appreciate that obviously you're lacking in attack, but I'm surprised you let West Ham score against you, if I'm honest.
But Els, you got to think, goals take the pressure of defence.
I hear that, but if your defense is one of the best defenses that the Prem has at the moment. I mean, it's just like I said, obviously, bro. I say the goals surprised me. Clean sheet in every single game, but it just surprised me that West Ham was the one that was gonna get a goal.
The type of goal surprised me. If it was a 30-40 yarder or something out of nowhere, beat Raya, then fine. But the way that they scored, I just don't get it. I don't.
Boys, I think you're underestimating the impact of deficiency in attack. Because if you're Gabriel Saliba, if you got an attack, you're like, right, we're going to score. Their confidence is going to get knocked. I can do my high line and just keep the ball percolating. Gabriel Saliba walks into this game. They're thinking, right, it's going to be long for us today. We're going to have to probably work hard. And I just think it sets you back. Having good players in your team in other positions isn't just great for performance, but psychologically, it boosts the other players as well.
I can't agree with you, especially on the case of Arsenal, because you lot ain't had a great attack for seasons. But seasons ago, your defense was the most elite in the Prem. So why were you able to do it then and not do it now?
Our defense
your attack hasn't changed.
Our defense is still elite though, because we got what, second best defensive record?
Yeah.
No, we got the best defensive record. We've conceded the least amount of goals.
That's my point. It was a surprise that West Ham was the team that was gonna be able to get a goal against you.
Yeah. But look, boys,
listen, we're not analysing Arsenal and their loss on the weekend.
Els loves making that point. Els loves making that point.
What point? All right,
he loves it. You say the Arsenal podcast.
We continue for the rest of the evening, but yeah.
Let's go. Big 100. Big one.
Yeah, this was a good week, but do you know what? It could have been better. Mikalenko and Pickford, I don't know how you guys managed to let my team, United, score 2 goals against you. I would have absolutely loved to have had that double clean sheet, but I didn't. Obviously, shout out Daniel Munoz and Trent for those clean sheets, and Munoz as well for the attack and returns. Palmer, time's ticking, Palmer. You got some games ahead of you. You need to come through. Clivert, obviously Bournemouth had that red card, so not really much I could have been expected. Rogers a little bit disappointing that he wasn't involved in those goals, but Isak, Wood, and Wissa, appreciate that. Guys, I thought I was over the having points on the bench, but unfortunately, Hall came through in that absolutely crazy game with Nottingham Forest, and that's on the bench. But my biggest shout out is bringing in Glasner, Crystal Palace's manager, and he done me a solid. The team done him solid, so respect for that.
Yeah, that was a good shot. I can't lie. That was a
Great
great
shout.
shot.
Solid.
Great
Albie
shot.
did the same as well. Great
Yeah,
shout.
big up
Do you
Albie
know
as
what?
well.
Yeah, with Els's team, you saw the power of differentials. So
Yeah.
everybody pretty much has Wood and Isak. Everybody pretty much has that same midfield quartet. But Els, you got your differential through Wissa and Munoz.
Mm,
Or
Yeah.
Munoz. Yeah, and you got 101 plus a Glasner differential as well. So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
just
the
yeah.
goes to
differential
show
was
now
crazy.
at this stage of the season, if you can get that odd player, you're gonna do well compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was decent.
And but a big 100 as well, because at the beginning of the week, yeah, it looked like it would be a low scoring week, you know,
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
everyone.
Look, real low.
Bro,
Like,
Violet, it was looking poverty in our league.
couple people's on
It was
like
looking Oliver
17 and
Twist
stuff.
out
I was like,
there. I was like, you
Trust
Nah,
know,
me.
this is
yeah,
tight.
it looked horrible. And do you know what? I remember when after the first game, I looked at it like, yo, if you ain't got Embuemo, it is peak.
Mm,
Everyone's gonna collapse, and the only people
mm.
with Embuemo is gonna get good points. But
Yeah.
no, not enough events.
Yeah. What can we say? 81, respectable. Milenkovic, even though they conceded so many goals, he got a goal. So he actually done all right. Now, I got rid of Rogers for Waneri. Like Craig said, I thought Arsenal would do something. And remember, I was talking that Marino talk and maybe Captain Marino. I'm so
oh
happy.
man, oh
I'm
man.
so happy I did not. I'm so happy I did not. I listened to El's differential and I put Worcester in. And I thought Foden would be my differential. I actually thought Foden would do something. But yeah, so overall, and then Emre as my assistant manager. Not eight return. I could have went with a slow. I could have went, but obviously I didn't want to take too many minuses because I took a few investments already, but the investments didn't pay off. I think it was a net 2 for the investments, but not great. But yeah, 81. I'm not too disheartened. I think next week would be interesting, but we'll see. Yeah,
Nah, good return. Good,
Decent result.
decent return, E1. Yeah.
Yeah,
decent. It was
Yeah.
decent, but
Did you
nice.
take
yeah,
an investment for
Yeah, clean
Waneri?
sheet.
yeah. I took an investment for him.
Oh,
So I was saying, no, but then Wissa as well. So Wissa kind of like I put Wissa in, so it was plus. It was
Could you have
plus
afforded
net.
Embuemo rather
Yeah,
than
yeah. I could have.
um,
And the thing is, I was gonna switch Embremo. I was gonna put. I had Johnson. This was the thing that who I was rotating. You know when you're like rotating, I had for the midfield is either I was gonna do two midfielders. I was gonna do Johnson and Waneri, and take out Foden and Rogers. But I thought, but I had Gakpo up front, and I thought I'm not gonna go one striker, and four at the back. So you have to switch the striker. And then I thought putting João Pedro instead of and then I remember I was thinking about Matoma. I said you have to have a Brighton player
Brighton.
in there,
Yeah.
and I didn't do it. And I was either going to put Matoma or João Pedro, and they both got goal return. So,
Do you know what
but
though?
it
Lamptey going
is
in
shoulda,
there,
coulda, wouldas with FPL anyway.
Lamptey was a good choice. Brighton have kept now 2 clean sheets in a row, so
Yeah, and he's actually in the squad now because remember he was in and out of the squad, so
That's right. He's fit and
So-
he's
he's fit.
getting going. Right. Just I'm just gonna say something quickly. You know, on the investments, I think we should do a leaderboard of every time we make an investment, did we get a return and just net track the next sum of points?
yeah, I think we should
Yeah.
do that. That's good. That's a
But
good idea.
I definitely with that, yeah.
Pinus is
I'm
minus 30.
definitely in the speculating still. I'm
You're
still speculating.
Yeah,
I'm definitely boy. No, the man that say, "Yo, let me extra 20. I definitely got you next week." Yeah, let me extra 20. I got you next week. That is me right now.
Tyler, I think you're at least minus 30 points in debt.
That's what I mean.
But-
100.
But you know how many times? How many times
You're
that?
taking one next week too.
We're not talking about next week. We're not talking about next week. Because see,
So wait,
Arsenal.
have you not done an investment and it's paid off quite positive?
Yeah, I done Foden. When I
Yeah.
brought Foden in,
Isak.
Foden come in.
I've
And
done
Isak when I
them.
brought in Isak. Yeah, yeah, because I told Corey to do it as well. Corey was like, no, I'm not doing it. And then Isak.
Yeah. And I regretted it.
What's this side,
But
what's this side coaching you lot got going on, yeah?
no.
Hey,
It wasn't me
let's see how you
it
Arsenal
was.
fans are working.
God, sorry.
All right, let's get into this. All right, so 85 points. Now, I did a quick count and I counted that only 6 people in the league got a better points return than me. 2 of them in HMP with 88 points.
Oh wow.
So I think it's been a decent week all in all. However, not however, actually, let me stick on the positives. The other positive is I tripled down on Liverpool versus City. So I kept Slot as my assistant manager. I stuck with Salah as captain, and I stuck with Konate at centre back as well. And as I thought, Liverpool would beat City, and they did. So actually, the positives were really good. In terms of negatives for my week, look, I brought in Gabriel, waste of a transfer because Arsenal's conceded, and in fact, we all know what Arsenal's going through. So I don't really need to say much more than that. And then the Bournemouth red card, we all suffered from that. I look at Cole Palmer. Everyone's got Palmer. I wish I took him out and went with someone else because everyone who's got Palmer, if my sub got points, I could have accumulated a little bit more than you guys. But look, I'm waiting for the Southampton Leicester back-to-back games. So yeah, I'm looking to wild card for the next game week. And I think, that's a summary, man, for me.
Wild card, yeah? What you talking about next week already?
As in a couple
Boy,
days,
it
yeah?
has to be
Well, I
done.
mean,
I've been waiting to do wild card since like New Year's, bro. I've been
And is that
waiting
next week as in dates or next week as in game weeks?
for the next game week.
Next game
I
week.
fully intend to pop a wild card. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like I looked at my team. I got to do a wild card, but you know what? Let's go to the juicy part of the league now. Let's talk about what's saying team of the week.
Yeah. Team of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Team of the
because I think we've got a fresh one this week, a first timer,
A
First
first
timer,
time for
man.
team
a
of the
first
week.
timer.
Never giving
So
up.
yeah,
Don't give up.
all right. So team of the week this week is I'll be giving up,
What's
but
that
yeah,
song
he
again?
didn't give up.
What's that song again?
So,
Well done,
yeah.
well done,
He
man.
done well.
Well done.
He done very well. He clocked the Southampton thing. He did what we said, and we didn't do it, but he followed
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that fixture. And you gotta respect that, man. And he's had Mateta for quite some time as well. So Mateta's been elevating him up. So this is it's a good return. The
Yeah,
Brentford
man.
goalkeeper, Brentford,
Yeah.
nice.
You know what
Glasner
I've
like
noticed?
elves.
I've noticed he takes risks. He takes a lot of risks, you know. He
He
did it
does.
earlier
He
in the
does.
season with what did he do again? Who did he
Did
cap?
he
He captained was it
Ahmad,
Clive?
Ahmad. No, it was
The
Ahmad.
captain Ahmad.
Ahmad.
Mad.
Yeah.
Captain
And everybody
Ahmad.
was like,
Still,
"You
and
are
he
mad."
got is that when he got a hat trick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he picked him
Do you
up.
know what the
Yeah.
thing is?
Yeah.
That you know when you look at this team, it's like when you talk about differentials. Like not a lot of people's got João Pedro, not a lot of people's got Minte, not everyone's got Flecken,
Or
like
Mateo.
Mateta as well.
Mateta,
Even
yeah.
Virgil. Obviously, I know people's got Liverpool assets, but even Virgil, just some people's got other Liverpool players. But you look at all of those 4 specifically: Flecken, Minte, Pedro, and Mateta, and they all returned, all gave him points, and he's not everyone in the league's got them.
And
And he's
Pre's
still got a
bench.
decent bench. Yeah,
And
his bench is
he
all
did.
right.
Yeah,
Bench is good.
Palmer,
And
he
also
took
if
the
he would
Palmer
have got
shout as well.
if Arsenal and Everton would have kept their clean sheets, that would have been crazy. And they could have
No, they
easily
didn't.
both
Good
done that.
return. Do you
Easily
know
would
what?
have.
Hold on. I'm going to say something here. For a man that talks so much nonsense in the group about football, i.e. Liverpool and that, he's managing his team pretty good, you know. I got to give him his flowers.
I think, yeah. He takes risk. I can see that he doesn't mind trying something. He doesn't
But
care.
you
He'll
know
try
what?
something.
He understands that when you're down where we are, because he was I don't know where he is now. We're gonna talk about that.
He
To
was in
move
probation.
because everyone's got the similar midfield, the Rodgers, the Palmers, Cliverts. Everyone's got the Salah. That is everyone's midfield now, basically. So he's got obviously Bremo, Minter, like, and he went the 3-4-3. I think everyone went 3-5-2. A lot of people went 3-5-2
Yeah.
this week as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, man, he's done well, man. 116, that's loud because that's nearly double
that's
the
very
average.
loud.
Nearly
Yeah.
double the average. So yeah, I could imagine he's moved up the league table quite
I mean,
a lot with that.
if he gets those 12 points from those other two players, he's hitting the highest almost.
Yeah, for real.
Do you get what I mean?
But yeah, obviously after that, we got to go into the crevices and talk about
I don't know.
Bummer.
Oh
Oh
my,
man.
no way.
Yeah,
Who's
but
this?
you know what?
No way.
I like this guy, you know. I like this guy.
What do you mean who it
You
is?
don't.
You don't know who that is?
Oh, is it Taco?
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
Taco
man.
FC.
You know what? I spoke to him. Yeah, I spoke to him. He said he did a madness. He said he took Palmer out and was like, "Oh shit," and brought him back in. So he wasted a transfer off the bat like that. But
Oh,
not
is it?
that it would have saved him. Yeah, but not that it would have saved him because if you look at the returns, it's still air anyway. But yeah, we got a first timer. He knows
yeah,
the pain.
yeah.
Bro. He knows the pain.
He's in the pain.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's-
Taco FC.
knows.
You know what? Taco, he's one of them guys. He's a spectator in the league. He ain't got. He don't put no bets in. So
Yeah, no.
he don't talk. He don't talk crud. He's there. He will back other people's crud, but he ain't there loud talking. I'm better than you. I'm not better than you. He's a spectator in the league. He plays the game plays the game fairly. Do you know what? As much as he got bomb of the week, he's probably got his strike force all done all right. He's front three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be
and
fair,
then
to
with
be fair,
Saturday as
it
well.
wasn't. To be fair, what I'll say, about this, and I'm not just saying this. It's not like he was. Usually when it's bum of the week, it's by quite a lot, innit?
I think it was like two. By two.
There's 2 points between him and ADR, so it's not super bum of the week. It's none of that, innit?
Yeah.
Or even also Shower Posse with 57. So it's like, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It was captain
but-
choice. His captain choice was wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Captain Kit. It was the
Also
first.
as well,
He
yeah,
went
yeah.
for the
The
differential.
interesting part is though his clean. When you look at where he would have got a clean sheet is, I think everyone probably has one of these people, and no one got the returns for them. So everyone's probably got an Arsenal, a Robinson, or a Pickford, or a Aina, and
Yeah.
he has all of them. And I think
Yeah.
that's a little bit of a unfortunate aspect for him as well. This
And he also got-
And then his assistant manager.
Yeah, he got super spun by that
Paying
because of the
red
red card.
cards.
Yeah,
was
that
it.
means your chip just backfire. Because if you done the same manager as you, that's 76 points. That's a decent week. It just shows the power of the chips. If you do your chip wrong, like chip or captain, bench boost or whatever, if you do it wrong, spun. But if you do it great, like how L's done it, wavy. Do you know what I mean?
And it's interesting because if you look at Albie's team, his gambles paid off. Whereas we got a huge gamble here, as you said, with the chip, with Wood, and it didn't pay off.
Nope.
Yeah, but I don't think he don't have a differential, like a standout differential. Like Cunha's might be his best differential because I don't think a lot of people have Cunha now because he went on his little dip.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have Wood, Isaac, Salah, Clive, Palmer, Rogers. That is like the banter league front five. Do you know what I mean?
Everybody has those players.
His
more or less.
four that he's got there is exactly what I filled out as well.
Yes,
That
yeah.
midfield four is exactly what I'm put out.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
captain
see?
Salah, but
And then
I've
it's
got
either
Issa.
Mbemo
It's
or
very
Cunha.
similar to mine actually.
Very similar,
Yeah.
yeah, very.
All right, so that's the teams. Let's see how it's affected their positioning and our position in the league table. So, Els, tell them. Jeez, man, it's in your eyes before you know.
Yo, the FPL Banter League. So obviously, I'm just gonna say it straight because I'm very happy. I'm in VIP, people. Finally, it's only taken me 26 weeks, but I've stepped foot into the VIP club. I've got a table, guys, and it's feeling good. Green Arrow Gang there. But
What are you drinking?
one thing, what I'm actually going to do for this this little section when we're going to talk about FPL, I'm actually going to let you guys talk about your section because right at the moment, everyone is in a different section. I'm in
Oh, yeah.
VIP, Craig is in Gen Pop, Corey's in the queue, and Pilot is in probation. So, Pilot, let's start with you. You can see the probation table. Tell me what your thoughts are.
Yeah, so obviously I was in the queue. I saw Corey in probation last week. I actually think he might have snitched on me to say whatever because because somehow he spun the block. He spun the block. But you know what? Like we said about the difference. Sorry, my eyes are irritating. The difference. It's only a few points. It's only a few points. So that could change next. So I'm not dreading it too much. The only saving grace I've got, I think, is that London FC is far enough away where I don't have to worry about going into HMP. Like, do you know what I mean? So that's the only saving grace. So I'm only looking forward. Obviously, Red Arrow Gang, not great. But yeah, I can't lie. It's not great. But because the gap for the last couple of weeks was closing from me to the top. I think last month I was the highest performer. And this month I'm like the sixth highest performer. So yeah, there's definitely gaps from a distance being put in again. Yeah, that's me.
So,
My
you saying
probation.
your probation is different to London FC's probation?
Yeah. He's got that strict tag. He's got that strict tag, that 7 till 7 tag. I've got
Can't cut that one off.
we're there like when you just got to check in and you got this pick up some community service here and there. The light thing, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Corey, you're in the queue. Talk to me.
So as you lot know, a couple of weeks back, it was Pilot who actually snitched. My alibi came through. They vetted my
So-
alibi. I weren't. So yeah, I'm back in the queue. Look, I'm gonna say a couple of things. Yeah. So Taco's dropped down. He's got kicked out of the club. Listen, Stashletic FC, he was
Whoa.
in the queue, and now he's spudding up Pilot in whatever center they're in for probation. But Supremos, yeah, one of the loudest talkers. I'm gonna lie, I'm not happy
The loudest.
that he's got
He's
more
the
points than me and he's ahead of me in the queue. I'm not happy, so that something needs to be done about that. I can't have Supremos have Liverpool win the league, him chat rubbish to me for that, and also be on top of me on fantasy pool. So yeah,
We won't
can't have that. And then one last comment I'm gonna say, guys. Yeah, I got a confession to make. Yeah. At the end of every game week now, to determine whether I feel good or not, I always pre-Pilot's points. And if I got more than him, I'm like,
So I'm the bar of happiness.
You are the bar of happiness. You are the bar of
minimum.
happiness.
Listen, if I ain't getting 90 plus points, let me just see where Pilot is. Okay, I'm all right then.
That is mad, you know that.
Yeah, that's mad.
And yeah, Craig, so you are in Gen Pop. Talk to me. What's it saying?
Yeah, I'm still here. You know, we had a little bit of a chat. You obviously got your wristband. You're gone. But me, you see me? This is what happens when I believe in a manager that I think can take a team and go and win a league. This is what happens, isn't it? This is what happens. I go and have to stay in this position because of Mikel Arteta. I'm blaming him completely for this because he was I guess you could say my differential for this week, and it didn't work out at all. If he had got his points and also a clean sheet, I can't really put the clean sheet down on him, innit? It is what it is with the defender.
Can I ask a quick question?
He should have at least got 6 points. At least.
Just a quick one. Have you guys ever heard a manager do a post-match interview and talk about their assistant manager and blame them? I'll just check
No.
in. Sorry, continue, Craig. Sorry, go on.
It's all right. I'll continue. I'm blaming him because in this league, technically, he's my manager. He's not my. He's my manager. He's who I trusted to get me those extra points.
Yeah, it's for
And
your
he couldn't
sisters.
even get me- He couldn't even get me a draw. He couldn't even get me a point on the board. So, by definition, I am where I am. I've got a lot of work to do to get back to where I want to get to. However, what I will say is that I'm happy to see at least one of the members of the BTS crew are in VIP. And you know what I also want to say? I also want to say that there is a United fan in the VIP. It's not just...
You know what?
Well done.
Hey,
in there.
Corey, he's doing up deflection. He's doing up deflection because he's down in he's in
It's
Gen
alright.
Pop.
It's alright.
He's doing up
Stay in there.
deflection, bro. I'm not
Stay
buying
in
it.
there.
I'm not buying it,
Another,
bro.
I'm a Man United fan, and it's not all Arsenal. Stay in there. It's alright.
I'm
And Craig,
he's feeding it.
Craig, just before you finish up from yours, how do you feel about the people around you? So obviously you stopped Fabregas and Albion, we at Tottenham.
We at Tottenham. I feel like I can. I mean, he makes some rash decisions sometimes, so I can go above him. Stock Fabregas has been doing well recently.
He ain't playing no chips either.
He's also got all of his chips, so he's quite dangerous at this moment in time. I'll be giving up is a risk taker, so he week to week it could be anything. It could be the best or it could be the worst. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I just have
I
to.
think you might be in the queue next week. You know.
Nah, no chance. No way. I'm not falling below ADR or Tackle FC.
I think you might be in the queue
And
next week.
definitely not Supermos. So yeah. It's not
I
happening.
said, and definitely.
No. I
him.
just think all ADR's got to do is get 20 more than you.
Yeah, but that means that he's also run out. He ain't got no. He hasn't got a chip next week. I do. So hopefully my chip pays off, and I don't
Okay.
choose
What
Miguel
chip?
Arteta again.
His assistant manager still got one more week.
Oh,
It's
you
the
got
manager.
Yeah. True.
All right.
But yeah, lastly, down to me. So VIP. The thing is, the people up in VIP, it's the usual people. That's the actual craziest thing about my league. I think I'm probably the newest person here. DLFC's been there, up and about there for quite a while. Once he did his HMP run right up to VIP,
Yeah.
he's been in there near enough there around the whole time. Obviously, Abby's been first for majority of the season up until last week or the week before when Father for them got them. So I suppose I'm here and I'm just trying to think to myself, am I going to be here for long, or is it just a little view?
Here for a
Obviously,
good time,
yeah,
not for a long time.
yeah, might just be here for a short time, a little quick hi. Oh, this is what I'm saying now. You know what? I don't even want to spend money on bottles. I'm gonna go back in Gen Pop and save up my money and invest in something better than bottles. But nah, yeah, obviously this is what it is. It's like Craig said, it's tight. It's only 2 points that separate me to Gen Pop. So we'll just have to see what next week has to offer. But yeah, this is the FPL Banter League, and all we got to do is work on it for next week, guys.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Next week's gonna be serious, but yeah. Obviously, let's end up. Obviously, the next league table that we look at is the differential captain, and I'm happy to show the differential captain this week. There we go. Go on, Corey.
Well, now let's start with you, man, because you got 9 points from Cunha. So just talk us through that, man.
Do you know what? I can't lie. When I done the differential captain, you lot took the Arsenal players out of my thoughts. So I just threw a next name up there, and it was Cunha. So it's kind of just a name in the wind, and it paid off. So I'll take it.
Mad.
9 points as well, because you lot all peasants with your 2s and 1s.
You couldn't wait to say that. You couldn't wait.
Do you know what I'm liking about this leaderboard, though? Yeah, there's a little rivalry between Pilot and Craig going on there.
You know what? Yeah,
you two are battling it out for second.
we didn't do this properly. Yeah, man, get down there, bro.
Listen. Next week, I hope that's the case again, so we can switch back around because it's quite close.
You've been saying next week for 3 weeks to your fans, bro. So like, yo,
3 points. Yeah, but this is different.
I said they're not believing it no more.
no,
We'll
credibility shot.
We'll see.
Yeah. Oh man, Els, listen, you did banter and you got exactly what you deserved from this, a forfeit. But
You know
talk
what?
to us.
Do you know what? I'm happy for this because you guys know that obviously I did a disclaimer. I said, yo, I'm doing this, but to the FPL community, I actually advise that you go with Wissa, who he did give the returns.
Oh yeah.
For me,
Yeah, you did say that.
for
Yeah.
me, for me, this was more of a personal vendetta against Mikalenko because it's Mikalenko. Whoever's been following the pod, you know, a lot of times when he's been delivered, he's been on my bench, and when I start him, he doesn't do anything. And because they was playing against Man United, I said, look, if I really back Milenko, one or two things is going to happen. I'm going to get a double clean sheet from Pickford and Mikalenko, get my points for the differential captain, or United's not going to lose. So this is where we are. But
Okay, well,
like
Yeah.
I said, I'm good. This is the last time I do a little banter because I am seeing people's numbers are getting closer and closer to me. So it's going to be business as usual as from
Yeah.
next week.
Do you know what's funny? During the Man United Everton game, Pilot put a message saying, "Bro, I was really gonna get a clean sheet from Mikalenko for differential." Craig, are you on
yeah,
mute?
I was just saying he jinxed it still. He
Yeah,
jinxed it.
that
2 minutes
joke was
later,
crazy.
yeah. literally.
those powers were
Yeah,
working.
I'm
yeah,
saying obviously moving forward, the next obviously differential captains we have are going to be. I think this week coming is going to be very interesting. Very interesting
very,
with this
yeah,
Yeah, next
yeah.
week, yeah.
What
one.
what I want to say, actually, Craig, you go about Enwaneri quickly. You're
Yeah, I mean,
stressing about Arsenal.
this is what I mean. I believed I went like triple up Arsenal. So I had Arteta, I had Timber, and then I went for my differential. I was like, no, Arsenal winning this game. This youth's going to be on fire. He's going
You
to do
should
well. He
win
did
the
well
game.
last game. And yeah, I failed on all counts. I just totally missed the boat with Arsenal. Totally missed it. Like crazy. Yeah. So yeah, that's yeah, all I have to say. And I can see Corey also has something to say about that too.
I do, bro. Because again, I thought when Pilot brought up Marino, I thought that is such a shout. I didn't. No one saw this coming. But you look, I think Marino's face says it all for me, innit? I don't need to say no more. Marino's facial expression said it all for me. So yeah, man, we can move on. Looking forward to next week's differential.
I'm saying now that obviously we got forfeits. Also, can I just say this just off the mat? We need to discuss forfeits. Obviously, we all have to do them. I've got one. I think I don't know how many. Corey, you got? Have you got? You've done all yours. Els has got
You
one
know
now.
me with forfeits, bro. I'm
Yeah, you do
punctual. I
yours.
get them done.
You do yours. Pilot has got a couple, but now Pilot's got an extra one. Because what did you do, Pilot? Would you like to tell? Would you don't huff and puff? Would you like to tell the fans? What you did?
I don't think the world or the community would actually think I've done a bad thing.
Is it?
What do you mean?
When I said, who's everyone's captain before the deadline?
We need.
And
I
this is
listen.
This is why I'm bringing it up now.
Yes. You done the
Yes.
right thing, Craig. So, community, just for your benefit, yeah, we have a league and we have a group chat, and the rule is keep quiet. Don't give your rivals an edge because there's money involved as well, boys. Yeah, and so Pilot with his big mouth, half an hour. Do you know how much things you can say in 30 minutes?
It was like
Well,
20.
and bear in mind,
27
the
minutes.
deadline was frozen. It froze as well. The whole thing froze, so they even got even longer because of the.
Oh
the
my
deadline,
gosh.
the deadline first
So
out.
this guy allowed all our rivals to just sort themselves out, who
checked
otherwise
it.
might
You
have
know
missed the
what?
deadline.
No, I checked who read it because I wrote, "Are you okay? What are you doing?" And I read. Everyone in the group read that message that I wrote. Everyone. So therefore, everyone in that group, people ahead of us, people behind us, everyone knew to do their teams, put in new people, whatever, check what they needed to check. Done. Thank you, Pilot. Thank you very much for that.
So boys,
All right, do you know what? Hold on.
Go on,
One
Els, go
second,
on.
because I'm hearing a lot from the prosecution. Can I just hear the defense? What do you have to say for yourself?
I was out drinking, and I was like, oh, I swear deadline 6 p.m. And I thought that's a bit quiet in the group. I thought, let me just poke the bear and say, yo, well, go on. And then I realized deadline was 6:30. So I was like, oh, my bad. So
Listen, guys, can I take up position as lead prosecutor on this case?
Please do, please.
Okay. I want to make a sentencing recommendation, yeah?
But also, my argument is, it's all down to speculation. If what I said has actually influenced anyone else, because we don't have anyone, but we don't know. We don't know.
Well,
We don't know if everyone could have done their team by that time.
Oh, really?
So,
But people probably keep quiet about that.
but we don't know, bro. So what are you saying? Is there a crime in what I done?
yes.
If there's no,
Yes, there is.
okay. If there's
Let me
no,
plead my case. Let me plead my case, yeah? All right. So this is my closing statement in this court battle. So, for the crime of gross negligence under the influence of alcohol, yeah, given his responsibility as a manager in the FPL Banter League, yeah, and also for the fact that in our law, a gun and knife is illegal, even if you ain't killed nobody. So this argument of we don't know, sorry, I'm gonna say let's just throw that one out. Yeah, I suggest that the defendant has to do a forfeit for his crimes.
Absolutely. I
And
agree.
can I just say, sorry, just to add against his character, he's in probation. So this isn't an upstanding member of community. he he will reoffend if we don't punish this.
Yeah,
It
he
will
must
happen
be.
again.
He must be punished.
So that's my
He has
case.
to.
That's
He
my
is.
case.
He is a
Yeah.
reoffender. He must be punished. And also, what I would say to that is that I think it should be up to the community
I'm
what
waiting
he
for the
does.
community for my last
Yeah.
forfeit.
And the thing is, I will also go on at the live and I'll ask them as well and say, listen, we've got a question. We're gonna get some suggestions, and whatever they decide, I guess we can pick some things out of a hat. Whatever, I don't care how we do it. Whatever they put in the hat, we'll choose out fairly, randomly, and you do it
So just
within
to
reason.
confirm
Within
then,
reason.
just to confirm, the panel has ruled in favor of a forfeit, yeah? Just to confirm.
Yeah.
I,
I
yeah,
pleaded
yeah.
guilty. I pleaded guilty.
Okay,
But
okay,
but
okay.
also
So
because
yeah,
you
but you
plead
don't get a
guilty,
third off.
you
You
get
don't get a
further.
third off.
Look, I thought you get good. I get good behavior and a third off.
Nah,
No, 'cause
Nah, because you're in probation, bro.
and you know what? I handed myself into the police as well because I even apologized. I went, yo, you know what? My bad. Like, yo.
Yeah, yeah. And he kept on talking. So more notifications pinging to remind people.
yeah, that was mad. That was mad. I can't believe you did that as well.
Yeah, but I got
Cool.
silenced.
It's
I got
settled. It's
silenced.
settled. It's settled. It's settled. The
Oh
community is gonna
yeah.
talk on it. They're gonna
All right,
talk.
that is the game week done. I thought this would have been a quick one, but it wasn't. But community, you know what to do.
Yes, go and follow us on and subscribe on our YouTube, Beyond the Sidelines. TikTok and Instagram is Beyond the Sidelines Pod, and X is BTS Pod. People, have a good rest of this game week. It's a short one. We will see you on the preview next up, hopefully. Otherwise, see you soon. Peace out.
Let's
See you
go.
soon.
Game week 27.